Okay, FM 101.7.
Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, MP for Northtown, where former Deputy Minister of Education, and now Parliament is so Ekua one more Donkuma Moshe Amanone Samu was said into my power. Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, Memoir Channel pay.
Yo, many are major also.
Naboko dear.
Yamiadum, Pachona, where
Miss Mehoboko pa. Na MPs Mukalo who someone say and want someone pejaba parliament near the idea. Second no cry say about 60%, 40% penamutia. And once yes was our file a war, my shebedum say, Mon reject it, Sikano cry in toto. As you saying.
Yo, Medase, my main chair, Tiafonia, and Cress and Dra, here file a private members motion. Many, the Honorable Patrick Yabuama.
Lawyer Yabuama, yeah.
Exactly. And you mobilize a bipartisan support. Na rejected $28 million loan facility. Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta or the Yaba Parliament. Omode Koto cars. Members of Parliament. We share arrangement now. $28 million now, almost is to cover 60% of the cost of the vehicles. The practice has been that Ura Parliament immediately enter over salary. They commence deductions into 50 January. We are deducted portions of our salaries. Almost that will amount to 40%. Now, $28 million loan, no, it is 60%. And no, many Patrick Boama arguments are and it's Article 71 of the Constitution. Your categories of public servants under that constitutional provision for the three arms of government, the executive, legislature, and judiciary. Osha Sana handle the issue of vehicles, duty vehicles for other officials at the executive and at the judicial branch. There was a pool of vehicles. And the Ubeye Minister now was assessing that vehicle. Deputy Minister, MMDCs. It trickles down all the way to chief directors of the various departments, CEOs, the chief executive officers of the various SOEs and other state institutions. This NPA or COCO board, you name them. Judiciary, so some more pool of vehicles provided for by the state. And you don't have a situation where every 4 years, called loan, and it will appear this loan arrangement is very unpopular. And some of us take the position, your leader, not the people who employ you, the people who made you leader, who elected you, have a strong view about particular traditions, particular arrangements. You need to be responsive. And the other fundamental principle, in governance, you must work towards equity, consistency. Into the whole year, the executive arm, the whole year, the judicial arm, you should strive to achieve that equilibrium, that alignment with Parliament as well. Usher arrangement, what Parliament. Totally distinct, different, and yet the same arrangement, and with the executive arm and the judicial arm. And the can say, let's go back to the Constitution, let's respect the Constitution, let there be consistency, and perhaps analysis now in the long term, no, we will even be saving the taxpayer because OSHA, the arrangement we have within the executive and the judiciary, no, you don't necessarily take your car away and yet private property. I think for the MP, because year contribution, no, it becomes virtually your own vehicle, even though it's not a fully owned arrangement. But OSHA, the executive and the judicial framework now, you appoint you minister, a vehicle with previous ministers are using, it's available, it's there. And it may appear expensive at the outset. Now, so in the long run, medium to long run, when you create a pool of vehicles and it is there in the pool, being serviced and all of that, it will be less burden on the taxpayer. Indiana, move this private members motion, and I can confirm to you that your subcommittee to the Speaker's office, Speaker Frey, the Honorable Patrick Wama, or indicate yes, were admitted even under a certificate of agencies. And I very, very likely said this week, your debating motion, depending on how the debate goes and how the vote goes, we may be able to succeed so that $28 million loan facility will be withdrawn.
Okay.
I'm also, this point is very important. As I indicated in my earlier write-up that triggered this whole discussion, I'm also making the point, sir. Okay, arrangement now you work for the executive arm and the judicial arm. Yan to me and Famu and Kahon, Yenisika. If that is the case, if government or the executive arm makes that argument, takes that view, then let's activate Plan B. Monjai deductions, deduction now more which then makes you go for this $28 million loan, Monjai, so that as MPs, once you stop the deductions, we on our own can just arrange with the banks until we have individual private arrangements with the banks.
And the question is, next 60% now be triamamono, or because what triamamoana say, and still na bambejai.
There be 60%. We don't want that. We don't want that.
But me no dear, me my being say metete ho, because now it looks say a bus say a provision of facilities and the privileges. Yedema Article 171 holders more parliamentarians can ho no. Blue baby, is Parliament not condoning an illegality whereby your mom said mudia monye busian kotomoka?
Yeah, I mean,
because me never court.
Yeah, I mean, you have a point. You have a point because OSHA, the air customer, young country ministers and DCs and presidential staffers, J loan, deducted from a salary. J loan, na car no becomes like as though it's your private car. The whole arrangement ain't yet tidy. It's not because. You see, we are carrying out public office. And let's declare it's public office and the facilities and conditions for that public office. And it's the state will assist with your mobility to be able to carry out your mandate. Then let us provide. But where you can't provide, you see, you can't be in the middle. It's either you're carrying out private engagement, and now say you are a public official pursuing the public mandate. And these vehicles are provided for via directors, chief directors, with presidential staffers, DCs, ministers, the judges. But about parliament, then it's as if and you're clear what I say a private car and a public car. You see, you deductions from your salary. You see, contribute to it. If it's a private car arrangement and the monjai deduction or monjai is so you got $28 million loan. Now, Yankasa, you need your bankers, you broker a car loan deal. Now, then we know that one is a private arrangement. But if it's public, as the Constitution says, more public officials, the name here to deliver on the mandate, say, as we speak now, President is touring the Upper West region. He must be facilitated to get there. So the state provides vehicles, the state fuels it, the state provides drivers, provides security, because he's carrying out a public mandate. But members of parliament, then you're creating confusion, the deliberate confusion, and you don't know whether a public vehicle and a private vehicle.
Okay.
Because of all of this, the state and then a contribution from the state as a loan and all of that. Look, let's tidy things up. Let's clean things up. Now, let's have consistency. Let's have an alignment into the principles for public officials should apply generally. Say a private MPs here, public vehicles, and you should be left on your own. Then in that case, we can then have our own private arrangement with our bankers. But this business of automatic deductions, now you see a loan, $28 million, and then we are thrown under the bus and subjected to all these public ridicule, public opprobrium. They say, loan they say we are not, we don't care about the welfare of Ghanaians, and that is all about ourselves, and we just want to feed fat. Meanwhile, no, we share the also the other arms of government, young MPs. We are not giving to your minister, Yamao, a Land Cruiser, Yamao, a salon vehicle, the two vehicles, salon for your internal rounds, Yamao driver, chauffeur driven, Yamao fuel coupon. We are MP in the legislative arm. Yamao, you are not provided with a driver, you are not provided with fuel, Yamao fuel coupon, and you are not given any salon vehicle. And yet, the only vehicle that is provided now, deductions, you see a Koji loan and all of that. So it appears you probably don't want to, when it comes to vehicles, you don't seem to want to take care of the MPs. If that is the case, then just leave the MPs alone. Take the whole loan out. Now, deductions no so more because your colleagues in the private sector, most say are more essential for. Most to me arrange with your bankers, and then you get your private car loan. If that is what you, must be done, the MPs can work it out with our own salary structure, dealing with our bankers, and we can get our private car loan facilities. But this hybrid, it's like you don't want to provide public facilities for them to carry a public mandate, and you asking them to contribute, and then you go for these loans. We don't hear about loans with the Prime Minister, by judges. You don't see the finance minister going to collect loans and burdening the taxpayer with all these interest rates and all of these matters. Young consistency. Let's see an alignment. Indeed, that is the view that some of us are taking.
Okay.
I'm hoping, sir, your colleagues they'll come on board.
Come on board.
To me, and galvanize the votes to just knock out this whole $28 million loan. Now, let's have an alignment. Let there be consistency. And honestly, Minia, this leads me to pointer this whole every 4 year then we raise the public anger. Every 4 year now there's all of this hatred for public officials, particularly the 21 office holders. we are inviting it upon ourselves. Yemubi, I believe that the time has come to set up an independent emoluments commission, as was recommended by the Constitution Review Commission. Let's have an independent body. Don't leave it to ourselves. He said, as it is now, Parliament approve the end of service benefits, gratuities, and conditions of service for the executive. Now, executive so approve for the legislature, for Parliament. The executive also approves for the judiciary. It becomes incestuous, as the Constitution Review Commission said. It's like conflict of interest inside that dealing being of a sort. They say a self-serving. And to have independent people, remove the Article 71 office holders, president, legislature, chief justice. Now let it be an independent body that should determine these things. Like we saw the UK did in 2010. Ubekaya, when the UK MPs had the expensive scandal in 2009. Previously, now a fees office, that was the House of Commons, and leadership of the House of Commons, almost fixing the working conditions, the salaries, and retirement package for MPs. Then it led to all this expensive scandal. 2010, the UK said they set up an independent body known as the IPSA, the Independent Parliamentary Standards Authority. Politicians in here, they are not part of the process, because that is what is feeding this perception. People go into public office, the politicians, the 71 office holders, is all about themselves. They are only thinking of themselves, because you have the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission determining the salaries for everybody, even though there are tripartite, negotiations that take place every year. Young changes, because embarrassment even first lady, second ladies, or Mustafa, and all of that, and the House, the president, and the vice president have been embarrassed with this whole, spousal emoluments, arrangement. We are inviting all these things upon ourselves, and I don't know why Ghanaian politicians would like to complicate our lives and just create problems for ourselves. Let's amend Article 71 of the Constitution, remove ourselves from this whole process, have an independent body.
OKFM 101.7.